Hello. All right. Sorry, there was some stuff popping up on the screen there. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to wait to see who's going to hop on here. We're going to be talking about the timeline split today, the energies of December. We're going to touch on the upcoming full moon on December 4th and the upcoming new moon on the 19th, 3-Eye Atlas, a whole bunch of good stuff in this live stream today. So I am so excited. I'm here for it. Hopefully you're here for it too. I see D in the chat. Hello and welcome. Always great to see you, my brother. Appreciate you. We're going to give some people some time to hop on here. The astrology of the full moon in Gemini and the new moon in Sagittarius is insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, thank you, D. I'm just warning you guys right now. And it doesn't need to get super complicated either. Like, honestly, just these galactic points, these deep space points that are connected to each of these moons says it all. All right. We talked a little bit about December and the energies of December in the last live stream, I believe. We sort of touched on this energy of the timeline split and what's going on with that. And we used the analogy that I really liked, so I'm reusing it. I'm going to keep going with it. Of this idea of 2025 is kind of like the on-ramp, right? When we're merging onto the highway, which is the timeline, the new earth timeline, the ascension timeline. And we are just picking up speed as we go here, as we move into December. Honestly, I really wanted to sort of channel into this energy with you all today, because I've been hearing so much about this energy of December and all of these. We talked a little bit about the different prophets like Edgar Cayce, and then also Dolores Cannon through her QHHT hypnosis regressions, coming up with this energy of December as this major turning point in the energies. Now, all of you who follow this channel know that I'm a big proponent of 2027, the total solar eclipse in 2027. In August, so right around the Lionsgate, within the Lionsgate energy there. And then the total eclipse in 2034 as huge turning points for these ascension windows. And there's a video, I'm going to link it. Somebody remind me if I don't link it after this video, once we're done with the live stream. For those who didn't catch it, I made that video, I don't know, a couple years ago, I think now. I can't even remember. Time all blends together. I think you can all probably relate to that. As everyone on here knows who is familiar with this channel, like, I get really like linear time. I never know what fucking day it is, right? So I don't know. I can't remember what year I made the video. It was within the last couple of years, but I talked about, it was when we had those series of eclipses that created the Alpha and the Omega over the United States. And then in the video, I was talking about the final set of eclipses within that heptan cycle of eclipses that are going to be occurring in 2027 and 2034, 7 years apart, as all of these cycles are that we're talking, this specific cycle, and how they were going to be creating an X over Egypt and the Middle East. And it was really fascinating how the American eclipses, the nexus point where the paths of totality crossed, was in a town that's nicknamed Little Egypt. And it's going to be Big Egypt in the crosshairs of this other one. And how those eclipses, between the two of them, one of them traces pretty much the entirety of Egypt, the coast of Egypt, and starting up at the top and then coming down the side. And the other one goes through Medina, it goes through Mecca, it goes through Tibet. It's just a massive, massive energy. So I feel very much our ascension timeline connected to those eclipses. That first one in 2027 being a big one. And Richard Rudd, the author of the Gene Keys, talks about 2027 as a major turning point within the very DNA of the human and how that's going to be greatly evolving. I believe it's Gene Key number 55, the Dragonfly Key, that begins really unlocking and activating. So a lot going on there, but there's been a lot of hype about 2025, and not just from people, channelers on YouTube, like recent ones, but like we said, from Dolores Cannon's writings, from Edgar Cayce, and all of these different people. And I am feeling that energy, but I really wanted to like channel into this and see what we can get surrounding this energy and what's really going on here. Because those of you who are familiar with this channel, I feel like I say that so much. If anyone's new here, hi, welcome. And hi and welcome to all the beautiful people in the chat as well. You'll know that we've been talking about the timeline split. It feels like forever at this point. Honestly, we've been talking about it for so long that I almost feel like it's never going to happen at this point, like, just to be honest. And I know that it is. It's just like, you know, when you hype something up so much that eventually it kind of like doesn't even feel real anymore. That's kind of like the point that it's gotten to for me. So love you. It was great to have you on here, Persian Princess. Yeah, that's kind of the point it's gotten to for me. So when I started hearing all this hype, I'm like, I don't know, like, the earth's been splitting, the timelines have been splitting. Kaden, hi. The timelines have been splitting since 2012, right? That was when we had our first major, what we call bifurcation or sort of split. Okay, back to it. Hello, Mercury retrograde. Nice to see you, Mercury. Mercury is going to be stationing direct the day after Thanksgiving. So what were we talking about? We're talking about the timeline split. We're talking about the fact that we had the first major bifurcation back in 2012. Right? The Mayan calendar, everyone thought the world was ending. It was the end of the world in a sense, but only the world as we knew it, right? And so that process has been getting more intense as we move forward. 2020, 2021 was another huge bifurcation point. And this December is going to be another one of these massive bifurcations.